My beloved, today I want to tell you that enough is enough. Don't demean yourself any longer. You've allowed it far too many times. The humiliation you're carrying on your shoulders is weighing you down. This humiliation has already caused you too much shame. Today, I am here by your side to support you, to help you overcome these humiliations, so that they never happen again. Today, I'm speaking to you because I know you have been a victim of people who tried to hurt you intentionally, people who ignored your feelings, who simply humiliated you. The lesson I'm sharing today has two clear purposes. The first is to protect you and prevent further harm, and the second is to reveal the true intentions of those who humiliate you by uncovering their masks. To handle this situation without coming off poorly and to avoid being humiliated, I'll help you understand what happens inside you when someone treats you this way, and how to turn it into your advantage. The key to moving forward lies in your feelings. Even if you think what you're feeling in those moments is negative, it's actually not. When someone humiliates you, alongside the pain and sadness, you might also feel a great anger. Perhaps you've been told that anger is something bad, something very negative. However, if you learn to manage it properly, anger can be very useful for protecting yourself and your loved ones. Therefore, the first step in dealing with humiliation is to recognize what you're feeling. When you feel anger, it's important to listen to what it's telling you. It's likely reminding you that you don't deserve to be treated that way, that it's not what you want, and that it's not fair. All that anger is telling you is true. So it's crucial to pay attention to that emotion to respond appropriately. The response to humiliation consists of several parts. The first is to stay calm. It's not necessary to hide your emotions, but you shouldn't let the person humiliating you have the power to make you lose control or become nervous. In fact, their goal is precisely to provoke that reaction in you, as it justifies their bad behavior. If you respond with shouting, insults, or by returning the humiliation, you're giving them exactly what they want. But you won't do that. Instead, you'll listen to your anger to strengthen yourself, to remind yourself that you should not allow yourself to be treated this way. While you maintain your calm, you'll observe what you feel inside and also silently pay attention to that person. Responding calmly to humiliation is very effective because it counters the other person's expectations. Although they might not admit it, those who seek to humiliate others also anticipate a negative reaction. Therefore, you must strengthen yourself to not be swayed by emotions and use them to your advantage. To stay calm in such situations, you can focus on your breathing or even seek help from your angels. In moments of high tension, asking for the intervention of your guardian angel can be very helpful, as it will immediately illuminate and calm you to avoid a negative response. When you find yourself calm, you might feel tempted to justify yourself to defend against the humiliation. For example, if someone tries to humiliate you by saying you eat too much, you might feel the need to explain that you haven't eaten for hours. But deep down, you know that explanation doesn't matter to that person because their intention was to humiliate you with their words. Their ego wants you to react and take offense at what they said. Therefore, the second step in responding to humiliation is not to provide explanations or justifications. If you justify yourself too much, the other person might interpret that as a victory, that they have made you feel insecure and given undue importance to their words. Explaining yourself won't resolve anything. Instead, you should do something unexpected: respond briefly or simply not respond. Continuing with the previous example, you could keep eating while maintaining eye contact with them. Without intending to provoke or argue, but simply to show that you won't accept their attempt at humiliation, you might respond by saying that you don't need to justify anything to anyone, especially to someone who uses such words. This will be unexpected and reveal their true attitude. Internally, they were expecting a hostile reaction or for you to feel bad. But by receiving a different response, you and anyone present will see their surprise, which will expose their true intentions. Now and before we continue, I invite you to subscribe and share our channel. Your support helps us to create more valuable content for you. The third step is to take your time. It's crucial to reflect before responding and to process your emotions. Remember that the person who humiliated you is not an emergency. You don't need to respond immediately. Don't act without thinking. Your response should be aligned with your thoughts and emotions. Take all the time you need in silence. This will help you respond more effectively. During this pause, you'll be able to identify your emotions, and it's essential to listen to them. Emotions always have a reason and a purpose. If you feel anger, it's because you need to defend yourself. If you feel pain or sadness, it's because that person is disappointing and attacking you. It's crucial to acknowledge and feel these emotions. Humiliations are deeply unpleasant, and you shouldn't tolerate them. Remember that you constantly send messages to the universe through your words and actions. If someone attacks you and you don't defend yourself, you're communicating to the universe that it's not worth protecting you. For the universe to respond, you must also take action. Use all the resources at your disposal. While you take that time to calm yourself, ask your angels for help. Seek inner peace and guidance to find the right response, because you will find it. The next step is to assert your boundaries. Humiliation occurs when someone crosses those boundaries, surpassing what you're willing to tolerate. You might encounter people who push the limits, testing how far they can go. That's why it's important to take action. If you're uncomfortable in a conversation, you don't have to continue it. If you feel uneasy in a place, you're not obligated to stay there. Your angel will guide you to find the right words, but remember that if you're being made to feel bad, you don't need to justify yourself. It's also unnecessary to lie to pretend everything is fine if you've been humiliated and it bothers you. After calming yourself, you can clearly state that you don't wish to continue the conversation, that you prefer not to engage in that discussion, or even that you won't allow yourself to be spoken to in that manner. By doing so, you will react in a way that is unexpected for that person. Even if unconsciously, someone who believes they have the right to humiliate another expects the person to remain silent and accept the humiliation. They might also anticipate a counterattack, but by asserting your boundaries, you'll surprise them again with your reaction, making their true intentions clear. Don't be afraid to uphold your limits. It's your responsibility to take care of yourself. And there's no need to keep people or situations in your life that make you feel humiliated. The key to responding to humiliation is to do so maturely, as this is never expected by those who humiliate. When someone feels they have the power or right to humiliate another, part of them believes they are smarter and can do whatever they want. Therefore, when a person responds with maturity and confidence, all that false confidence crumbles, the mask falls away, and they have no choice but to reveal their true selves. A very mature way to handle humiliation is by showing empathy. Only individuals with a high level of personal and spiritual development can respond in this manner to such situations. It's something the person humiliating you does not expect, and with each attitude and response, you're completely dismantling their attempt to humiliate you. When someone behaves so unpleasantly, it means they carry something unpleasant within themselves. But instead of facing their own issues, they end up projecting their insecurities and dissatisfaction onto others. They seek a victim to unload their negativity upon. While responding to humiliation, take a moment to reflect on what might be happening in that person's life to make them act this way. Because what someone expresses reflects what they carry inside. If someone emits so much toxicity, it's because they are internally filled with it. They likely have so much within them that they can't contain it and release it outwardly. To respond with empathy to humiliation, you might use questions like, "Are you okay? Is something bothering you today?" Following the previous example, if someone tries to humiliate you by saying you eat too much, you could respond with these questions. This response will be completely unexpected and demonstrates a high level of personal and spiritual development. With these questions, you're transforming the darkness that person has transmitted to you into light. With this response, you'll make it clear that the problem in the situation is not you or your behavior, but rather the attitude and intentions of the other person. This way of responding will also help you feel more confident in yourself, realizing that the problem does not lie with you. You will not allow someone to make you feel powerless or be defeated by someone who is simply frustrated with themselves. Connect with your inner strength to overcome the situation and not allow yourself to be treated this way. Humiliation is painful, and if you allow it to continue without defending yourself, it could have very negative long-term effects on you. I know it's not easy, but you must see this situation as an opportunity to take care of yourself, understand yourself better, and earn respect both now and in the future. The first time you stand up for yourself might be challenging, but as you do it, you'll feel stronger and you won't allow it to happen again. Remember that you always have the support of your angels, and you don't have to face this difficult situation alone. Humiliation also brings pain and sadness, but these emotions can have a positive side in this context, as they will motivate you to seek help, defend yourself, and find comfort. It's important to understand that when someone feels the need to humiliate another person, there's a hidden truth behind that behavior. And although it may seem incredible, those who humiliate others often feel very insecure. They try to belittle others to feel stronger. But with you, that won't work anymore. You won't allow yourself to be treated like a doormat on which others can tread to wipe their shoes. You deserve respect. You are valuable and important. Above all, remember that it is not your fault. There are souls so entrenched in darkness that they don't know how to find their way by the light. But light will always prevail over darkness. It always has and always will. Now I ask you, are you willing to tune your mind to the melody of success and allow prosperity to flow to you? Today, I have left in the description a powerful tool that will help you and bring you closer to your happiness, peace, and tranquility. I invite you to get to know it. Open the doors to a future where success and prosperity are your daily reality. The opportunity you have today to change your life will never present itself in the same way again. Act today, go for the description and create the tomorrow you deserve. Blessings forever.